I was born to murder the world.
Hello, FMK.
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
That's right, your final bros are here. It's Brian Hopwell lacrosse and Shane, a legitimate prop Smith.
That is such a good one. I think that's my favorite one. Speaking of favorite, we've got a new captain on board.
That's true. You're also here. It's Mike G, the fucking cannibal.
Oh, hey.
I mean, he's here, guys.
Hey.
The fucking cannibal gypsy himself.
Can I get a new nickname on this show? Remember on the... Do you guys remember the B show?
I do.
Remember how I asked you to call me the Bottle King G?
So a month removed from us not doing the B show, I just want to keep everybody
keep them posted,
on
Brian.
track.
Mm-hmm.
The show is literally not ending. We will be, promise you, it will be coming back. It was literally like the favorite thing we've ever done. There's a lot of life things happening. It will be back. I literally was swear my life on it.
We got to clear some... Well, Brian's got to get some through big life events.
I'm getting married.
Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah, we'll resurrect it.
It's coming back.
Yeah, so for anybody that
Patience. People.
yeah, I promise you, like it literally is. It was like I almost love the show more than the final podcast. The show is great.
It does have
It's a different vibe.
It has.
It's a bit more chaotic.
It's a lot more chaotic. You're a loose cannon.
I say some real out of pocket stuff on
You
that
still
one.
do.
So
on
what's
this?
the plan? Like, so like we get the final Friday back, and then we just boot Mike from the show. Is that the plan?
I sure hope so.
I don't know. I guess that's up to Mike.
Yeah, we got to think of a plan here.
I always marveled at about how you guys did 2 recording sessions in a month, like sometimes back-to-back weeks. I don't think I'm built for that. I could hardly remember these movies we watched. Like, I can't imagine doing 5 more. I don't have the brain capacity.
I love these movies. I have so much good time doing this.
No, they're incredible.
Yeah,
I've watched
fantastic.
some really good ones.
That being said,
Camp Blood 4.
Oh my god.
my name for this show should be Mike the Load Captain G. Like I'm captaining the load.
You should just be load management.
Oh, fuck you. That's so insulting.
You should be.
Listen to yourself.
You
Fuck
should be you're the Kawhi Leonard of Final Pod.
This is crazy. Brian, where would you rank pineapple? It's strawberry, then what?
Let me get one more sip of this.
Take another sip, Shane. You want a captain?
No, I'm good.
Have you had one tonight?
I have not.
Me and Brian are 4 deep.
Yeah, I'm
How does
good.
that make you feel?
Okay.
Like an outcast?
No, I just didn't feel like
Not the good 2-piece
So
R&B.
you're gonna think I'm crazy when I
Yeah.
say this because I love pineapple, but I actually think it's my least favorite.
What?
Lord of Illusions. Clive Barker, as we said.
Yeah,
It's got Scott Bakula.
he's in Quantum Leap.
He's also in NCIS.
Yes, he is.
I believe NCIS New Orleans.
That dude is fucking smooth.
He's awesome. It also has, I don't know his name, but I know he's Benny from The Mummy.
Which one?
Swan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Kevin O'Sullivan or something like that. He's great. I actually really like him.
I love the names in this movie.
Swan, Nick,
Swan, Nix.
Scott Bakula.
Imagine your name being Nix.
Kevin J. O'Connor.
Yeah, that's it.
The guy who plays Nix is really good. Daniel Von Bargen.
He is really good. He's a really convincing cult leader.
He really is. I
don't-
totally agree.
And don't forget Buttersworth.
Buttersworth is got the craziest widow's peak of all time.
Yeah. He also becomes a weird dominatrix tattoo artist in the future.
Does he?
I don't know. They just find him in the tattoo shop, and that's where he's torturing that guy with knives.
That's true. That's true.
It's true.
It's really dark. But we can't talk about that yet.
Yeah, you want Werther's?
No. What I do want is to jump into the spooky pit.
Look at that. He didn't have barely left his chair.
He's so nimble.
Lord of Illusions, 1995. It was released. Magic or Illusions? Philip Swan or Nix? Directed by Clive Barker. Stars Scott Bakula as Harry Demore, Kevin J. O'Connor as Philip Swan, Daniel Von Bargen as Nix, Famke Janssen as Dorothea, and Barry Del Sherman as Butterfield. Yeah,
I think I called him Buttersworth last time.
I can't believe it's not butter.
talk about this movie. What's happening in the very beginning? Let's
We
talk
got fire
cults.
juggling. We got cults. We got a fucking. Is that a monkey?
That's a baboon.
Oh, it's a baboon. Is that a form of a monkey though?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's
Matt, can we get a fact check
there's
on
a-
monkeys?
Hold on, there's a name for that thing. I think.
Just want to let you know, I've done my research on primates. First of all, I'm a primate expert. Just want to say,
You know primate law.
chimpanzees. I just want to say it right now.
They're
are
aggressive, right?
Fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very aggressive.
Super aggressive. You know who's friendly? Gorillas.
Really?
Yeah, they're super friendly. They're fucking vegetarians. They're basically bitches.
So, like if really.
Did
I
you
went, like a gorilla sanctuary, they wouldn't like maul me to death.
I don't think so.
That's awesome.
It's a mandrill.
But chimpanzees might fucking fuck you up.
No, they'll rip your face off.
Yeah, like no joke. They're fucking territorial as shit. You know who's a lesser violent version of a chimpanzee? A bonobo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bonobo
Bonobo.
sounds like a club down the shore. Like, yo, let's hit up Bonobo
Club
tonight.
Bonobo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like basically.
It's also an apparel
crazy chimp.
company.
Yeah. Well, Shane, I know you're a fashion expert, but like you don't have to shove it in our faces, dude. Honestly.
No. This Mike, this is a bonobo.
Got it.
That thing is terrifying.
Yeah, but that monkey in here is a mandrill, right?
That's a mandrill.
And it looks really angry.
Is its fucking snout really that color?
Yes.
Or did
It's fucking slicing up young Dorothea.
It's actually the most colorful mammal in existence.
Is that true?
Yeah, it was like the one fact I saw when I looked up what kind of monkey this was.
Is it like the biggest slasher of Dorothea?
Yeah. It's known for two things, having a colorful face and slashing up Dorothea's.
Really good question. So the cult leader has got fire. He's teaching his followers here in this weird ruin area, and that's young Buttersworth, right?
Yes.
Young Buttersworth. Number one, why is his eyebrows milk white? Number two, why does it look nothing like adult Buttersworth? It looks nothing like him.
nothing like.
Well, no, he got a haircut as an adult.
You got a haircut, sure. The face doesn't look anything like him.
Is it still? Is his adult version still have bleached eyebrows?
No.
So you realize that was a bad choice.
Yeah, it looks literally.
You never went through a weird phase as a older teen / young 20-year-old where you dyed things?
I for sure did that.
I also think
My hair is
what's,
red at one
What's the
point.
black guy's name? Is it Quaid?
Yeah.
Looks also nothing like him grown up.
Yeah. I wonder if any of them are the same actor.
Oh, well, Swan clearly is.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, but that's because Swan doesn't age because of the...
Because of the fact that he's literally like the number two.
Yes. So he doesn't age because he gets the power of the cult leader.
He literally has taught him his illusions.
Yeah, he becomes the magician.
AKA real magic. 'Cause
And
the beginning has like that like black screen text.
Yeah.
Whereas like there's two different types of magic. There's like illusions where it's used for trickery, or there's like magic that is like real and you could cheat death with it.
Yeah,
essentially.
you got your David Blaine and Chris Angel, and then you got your Nix and Swan.
Yeah, like people are gonna use magic that are literally
Yeah.
evil.
Chris Angel was fucking pumping in his day.
Chris Angel was fucking crazy.
People loved, chicks love that dude.
I also loved him. I thought he was remarkable.
Yeah, no, his magic show is fucking awesome.
Like he walks. I don't care if it's fake. The man is walking on the side of a building. It's kind of nuts.
yeah, it's really
I don't care, like illusion or not. Like that's kind of wild.
What do you think about Blaine though?
about what, who?
David Blaine.
David Blaine.
David Blaine didn't do magic. He's like, I'm not gonna eat for 3 weeks.
I like the illusions more. He was more like sleight of hand, like weird publicity stunts too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like yeah, like I like all magic, but I was definitely a Chris Angel fan.
Yeah, like Chris Angel was like, I'm gonna make this salt shaker disappear and like slam a table and disappear. David Blaine's like, I'm gonna cut my throat and bleed out my ass. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Chris Angel was like, here's my next illusion. I'm gonna eat Antarctica.
And did.
He ate the continent.
Yeah, you never saw that episode?
I saw the episode where he's like, I'm going to take these 3 MILFs and they're coming with me. And they went with him.
Yo,
I am the mind freak.
Mind freak. That's because Chris Angel is just out here freaking people's minds. Like, imagine you're just like having a day at a park, and then Chris Angel comes in and fucking pulls a quarter out of your ass.
Yeah,
Your mind's gonna get freaked.
Yeah, that would be a good day. Now, think about serious top 5 here. Top 5 movies to do with magic or illusions.
The Prestige.
Prestige has got to be number one. Like, not even, The Illusionist is number 2. Mm-hmm. It's a great.
You
movie.
got
Now You See Me solid.
That's what I was
Now You
gonna
See Me
say.
is a
It's
really good
really
movie.
solid.
It is a
Isla
really
Fisher was in it. Don't say she wasn't, because I know she was.
You know, crazy. I actually really like the second one too.
Yeah,
I like them both.
Is
They're
that-
coming over the third.
I was also.
Woody Harrelson's in that movie.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
gonna throw out Terror Train.
Yo, David Copperfield. Oh my God, what other magic movies are there? You Magic Man.
Would you consider Wishmaster a magic movie? Because he
Kinda.
grants wishes,
yeah,
but
sort of. Yeah, sort of.
kind of like magic, right?
Can I throw something at you? Flying Ryan. How is that movie not about magic?
It is. They're magic skates.
Where did he get
Sorcerer's
those?
Apprentice. Nicolas Cage.
It's
Teresa
up there.
Palmer.
That's out there.
She's a fucking little baddie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's a pretty
I know
girl.
what you're saying. I'm just looking something up. Let's see what else we got here.
Page Master.
What movie?
Page Master.
Ooh, Page Master.
Great movie.
He's a good one.
Or Fantasia. That's classic, right?
That is definitely magic as well. Oh, Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, like it's
Like Harry Potter.
Yeah, the movie's it's what it is, magic.
All right.
Gridiron Gang.
Oh, actually, Biker Boys.
Coach Carter.
Bone starring Snoop Dogg. It's a magic. The movie was produced.
Kind of like my dog.
This movie's really mandrical.
You know what's
because
crazy?
it's a mandrill.
He's actually right because Bones was about a bunch of killer dogs. It literally was.
Yeah.
He turns into a fucking bloody fucking dog.
Fucking full circle. What's that
Fucking
movie
dude.
with Gabourey Sidibe?
What the fuck did you just say to me?
Remember her?
Who?
You probably knows who she is.
Shane was like, "Who?
I have no idea who you're.
Can you give me another who?"
Matt, fact check Gabourey Sidibe. You don't know her?
Gabrielle Cinnabon?
Sadibi.
She's in Precious.
Yeah. Wow.
Wait, was it Jennifer Hudson in that movie?
Jennifer Hudson.
Shane, put this back in. I don't know
got
how to do it.
Mike's always embarrassing us.
But yes, yes, you're right.
I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna fact check everything we just talked about. We're looking up Gabrielle Cinnabon. She was in the movie Precious.
I could go for a Cinnabon right now.
Oh, you're right. Gabourey Sidibe.
Yeah, sure.
Shane, you're just a fucking dog.
Right now.
I never knew that was her name. Oh, she was Precious. What else was she in?
Remember that one time we got Cinnabon for breakfast?
Incredible.
That was so
Speaking of
tight.
incredible, I love the name of that movie. It's like Precious, a push novel by Sapphire or some bullshit. What's it? The whole thing called?
Yeah. Hold on.
It's just like a whole thing, and you're like, why can't it be called Precious?
I think
So
she
IMDb just calls it Precious.
she has an Oscar for that, I believe. Oh.
No, she was nominated. I don't think she won.
Oh, okay.
Monique won Best Supporting Actress. And they won Best Adapted Screenplay.
So you're saying that girl won Best Actress?
Best Supporting. Monique won Best
Who
Supporting.
the fuck is Monique?
She played...
In Precious?
Yeah. She played someone.
She played somebody. Is it magical?
She played Mary.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you remember that.
Yeah, it wasn't Gabrielle Sidibe though. It was Mary.
Yeah, it was Monique.
What did she do?
She played Mary. You remember?
I've never seen it.
I've seen the movie with Eso. I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
And it was a good movie. I just like would rather watch something else, you know? You ever get that?
Go to the theater for that?
Hell no.
Oh,
I watched it the same day with Eso. We watched two movies. We watched fucking Precious, Push, a Novel by Sapphire, and then we also watched The Fourth Kind starring Mila Jovovich.
How was that?
People love that movie, and I was just like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I feel that.
I'm like, I'd rather watch Precious, Push, a Novel by Sapphire. Monique.
Remember that one time me and you had that like movie date by ourselves? Just the two of us?
Do you remember all those days we had movie and TV show edit days by ourselves, and it was awesome?
Oh yeah, that was great. We watched.
We watched
lot
how
of
many
shit.
TV shows did we watch?
Probably
Like
like
so
fucking
fucking many.
15
It
or
was a
20.
great fucking several
A
summers.
lot of them.
We used to go to your house like twice a week to watch our list.
Can
of
you
movies.
please get naked?
No.
What the fuck, Shane?
Can you at least spread for the camera?
Yeah.
Also, no.
Literally split your ass cheeks.
Okay, back to the movie.
Can we put butter in the middle of your ass cheeks and see what
I'm
happens?
not Buttersworth or Buttersbean or whatever that guy's name
No,
is.
Butterbean's that boxer. This is Buttersmith? Butter something? Butterfield.
Butterfield. Okay, so I actually don't even know what we've talked about with this movie.
Oh, we haven't talked about anything. We just talked about we literally haven't talked about anything. We can talk about Swan, Swan's gonna bring his crew to the cult leader's ruins area.
Yes.
On a rescue mission.
Yes,
to
to rescue the girl Dorothea, who's being tormented by a mandrill monkey.
Is she important or something? Why are they rescuing her?
Because she's a little girl that's caught by a cult leader.
Yeah, Nyx has this young girl, and Swan, who you'll find out was really been trained by Nyx, is like his heir apparent. But the thing is, he wants to rescue him because apparently Nyx has gone tyrannical and has captured this young girl. And Nyx is like, you know what? I'm going to just fucking get on this tableau and do this cool intro. And that's that. And we're going to square off.
Yeah, so Swan's gonna get that guy's fingers in his head, and Nyx is gonna transport his magical powers into Swan. But Swan is going to subdue him because Dorothea is gonna shoot Nyx from behind. Then
He gets in his head. Like, he's just seeing like people and their faces like explode
and
it's not
melt.
happening.
then once the guy is shot, they put this like thing on his head and they screw it into his head.
Yeah, well, Dorothy is actually the one that shoots
him in the
Nyx.
back, yeah.
And then Swan puts the iron mask on him.
Yes.
They have a name for it. They call it something. I can't remember what.
Yeah,
they
the
say,
Iron
though.
Mask.
No.
So once it's on, it subdues him.
And he's like fucking like he's kind of dead. in a way.
Yeah, they bury him alive, and he is like taken care of.
He's subdued.
Yes.
He's in a state of subduing.
So I have a question.
Sure.
Because I want to know if it was supposed to be creepy. Swan goes on to years later marry the young child that he rescued.
Yeah, but it wasn't out of love, Shane.
Yeah, but isn't that still weird?
It is weird for Swan. It's not weird for her. She did it out of protection.
She claims that a lot. He's 100% loves
He
her.
loves
Right.
the fuck out
She's
of her.
in it for.
She's like, I was 12, you were 30.
And
Yeah.
she's in it because she feels like she owes him
Obligated
her life.
because he saved her life.
So love obligation. That's a healthy relationship.
But it's also he was 30 and she was 13.
do
when
you
they
think
met.
how long did he wait to like?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is Swan actually not?
You think they walked out of Nyx's fucking?
No.
No. But I'm
no.
saying, like, Swan's kind of creepy, right?
Swan's a little off, but like
Yeah.
he's also been given this gift.
Yes.
It's a wonderful.
This man
gift.
is not just an illusionist. He has the magic because he was taught directly by Nyx.
Yes.
But then
Stevie Nyx.
We'll find out that as soon as she sees like a guy she's into, it's on.
Yes. 'Cause
she is so horny.
It's fucking awesome.
She's not getting what she wants from the Swan boy, but the Swan is a real magician. Now, this guy who thinks he's Jim Belushi comes into this private detective's office.
yes. And he's going to recruit Scott Bakula to go to L.A. to investigate this guy.
And you're thinking this detective in New York, Brooklyn, like, why is he getting this guy? He has an occult past because he investigates occult stuff.
Yes.
They kind of weave in this previous story, and he gets this imagery of he actually exorcised a girl.
Yes. So
And here's my lovely fiance, who I love
Oh, he's here
so
with us.
much. My fiance, I love so much. Who just went to the Lunar Fair.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Wait, I know you guys are recording, but I need to show you something that I bought.
Okay,
Okay.
we don't need to record. We need to see this. This is
It's
more
okay.
important.
Do you know how many edits are in this episode already?
Scott Bakula is in L.A.
No, he's not. He's still in New York, Shane. He's not him.
But you didn't know that's the title of my 17th book. Scott Bakula.
Well, no. Scott Bakula gets sent to L.A. I think we touched on that.
Well, he's going to have to be a private eye. But here's the thing. Do you know why he's going over there? He's going over to investigate some dude that's just like an insurance guy.
You're right. And he's hooking up with 2 prosts at a hotel room.
Yeah.
And they're getting it on and getting a little freaky deaky, you know, having some fun. But then he's going to go to a tattoo shop.
No, he's not. He's going to go to a fortune teller.
Oh, I thought there was a tattoo shop up there.
Shane, he's going to get his fucking palm read.
Oh, my mistake.
You know, maybe let's just like look at where he goes, and he goes right into this fortune teller shop.
I could have sworn there was a tattoo shop.
Did you see? Do you see the sign? It's right there.
And there's also a palm on there too.
Mm-hmm. Does that give it away?
It's just
Yo, could you imagine banging 2 whores and be like, I need to get my palm read?
He's probably looking into the future to see if there's like any like STDs involved.
so he runs out.
Which is interesting. The guy he's looking for runs immediately out of this building. He's like, you know what? I need to run in and see what spooked my guy so badly.
See, okay, so I saw a tattoo 301.
That's fair, Shane. You know, the thing is, he never goes into that shop at all. Doesn't
Yeah.
even go near it.
Doesn't even look at it.
Doesn't even faze him.
Yeah.
But he sees these bloody footprints.
Right.
Decent odds she was a prost.
Oh, no, yeah, for sure. No doubt about it.
So it's the guy from the beginning. Carter was his name?
Quaid.
Quaid.
I think Quaid. And he's fighting Baraka.
Yes. This guy who has just fucking dragon teeth. He fights him, throws him out of a window.
Well, yeah, that's gonna happen. So he cracks this thing over his head. He thinks he's okay. He's in another room. The guy still comes back for him. He slams the door on his face. Then he sees Quaid. Quaid looks like he's been through the ringer.
Yeah.
He's like being tortured. This guy comes out of nowhere. It's fucking New Age Butterfield. He's like, hey, ever watch a man die? Literally out of nowhere. He just starts carving him up. The fucking guy does come through the door eventually. Then he throws him out the window.
Yes, that's right.
This guy just scampers off. Butterfield just scamper. How many times does Butterfield just scamper off?
Butterfield, huge scamperer in this movie. Scampers left, scampers right. You can't catch him.
Scamper's center.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, but so this guy, Quaid, he's just like trying to talk to him. And he does kind of say something. He's like, you got a little darkness in you. Mm-hmm. He kind of tells him that because I guess it's because of his occult past, which is interesting. But he dies.
We also see the tarot card on the table, and it's a bunch of swords, which is...
Is that symbolic of all the swords that's in his face?
No, I thought that was symbolic of...
Swan.
Yes.
And probably, I think.
Oh,
this
what's
is the
going to
next
happen?
scene.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's telling the police what he saw, what happened, and it's kind of crazy. And then he does a thing.
Well, how about the first thing where he goes to see the guy that was on the ground that got thrown out
Yes,
the window?
he is missing.
He's just not there. Baraka is in Mortal Kombat, the new one coming out.
I just can't. I couldn't remember where he goes from here because I know he eventually meets up with Dorothea, and that's how he goes to see Swan's show. But I forgot how.
Oh, I can easily tell you that.
Tell
So,
him.
look, first of all, it's going to cut back to the fucking Baraka guy
Right.
and Butterfield talking, and Butterfield is basically just, you know, he's saying that he survived, the guy got away, blah blah blah. He's pulling fucking glass out of his body. They're talking about fucking Nyx coming back, but you don't really know about Nyx. And then basically what happens is it cuts to fucking Famke Janssen. It's the first time you see her. It's like almost half an hour into the movie. She's in a fucking pool. And then she has this Valentine who guesses their butler.
But yeah, he is the butler.
And then out of like, so she talks to her husband, blah, blah, blah. They see in the newspaper, she sees about the fucking detective. And then she's like, tells to Valentine, I want to meet this detective.
That's okay. That's what it is. So then she goes to meet him.
They mentioned this interaction between Swan and, because they're married.
Yeah.
Now Swan and Dorothea, even though he's like 40 years older than her.
Yeah.
He's like, Quaid is dead, who was obviously one of
Yes.
the group that went to one of Nyx's group. And she's like, I need to talk to this detective that was involved in this issue.
Yes. That's right. And now he also says he has a big show tonight that she's not going to want to miss.
You're going to want to be there.
Yeah. Okay. So this all makes sense now.
That dude's shady.
And then you have Valentine, who's really shady, who's like just trying to do everything he can to make sure that Swan is in a good position.
Yes.
He's all about the Swan show. And then Shane's like, man, Famke Janssen is looking like a real firecracker.
Like a real snack right about now.
Famke Janssen is awesome.
She's very good.
I mean, she's good in Jean Grey.
Yeah, she was great in A House on Haunted Hill. She was also great as Xena Almatov in GoldenEye.
Oh, say that again?
Xena Almatov. She's Russian, and she's in GoldenEye, James Bond movie.
This movie, what I would say about Lord of Illusions is this movie has some interesting relationships that I feel like kind of don't make sense. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like she never even has to recruit him to hire. It makes no sense to me.
No, they just talk once, and he knows he has it in with her, apparently.
So, like, why does she...
hammering home that her marriage isn't about love.
In all honesty, though, why does she hire him? Like, the whole thing doesn't make sense to me. I guess because, like, Quaid dies, she's like, I think that we're all going to die now, so, like, I'm going to hire you.
Yes.
But, like, I guess that's it. So, I guess she doesn't know the reality is that...
Nix is back.
Nix is coming back.
Coming
but
back.
also, like, does she not understand that, like, Valentine at the same time... Does she not know basically, did she not know that Swan is fake his death?
I don't think she knows that.
I don't think she does either. That's
And I think he does it without anyone knowing, so it seems believable.
Valentine knows.
Yes.
Yeah, because he's
the only one who does know.
He's the one that staged it.
Yes.
Tell you what, they hit it off right off the bat.
She's smitten by him,
Yeah.
and they're
She's
doing it in the cemetery grounds.
Well, you have to put yourself in her shoes, right? She was saved at the age of 14 and then married to a 30-year-old man.
Well, she did it
She
herself.
knows nothing else.
So now we're gonna go to Pantages, the Swan show,
Yes.
and this is gonna be in Hollywood. It's gonna be a big to do.
How do you feel how he spells it with a double N?
It's
a
crazy.
bit tacky.
All the
like it.
all the socialites are gonna be here. He's gonna have a special invite right next to her, and he's gonna do his famous Nixon levitating trick.
Yeah, he's looking like a real Chris Angel. He's floating. He's hovering.
And there's guys, like the guys on the side that are doing the stage work. They're like, oh, there's no wires here.
Yep, there's men in chainmail, because, of course, there is.
Now, describe this show. Like, what are we watching
I'm
here?
watching Paranormal Cirque.
I was thinking the same thing. This is kind of wild, except that Paranormal Cirque, you basically see girls in underwear. This, you're actually seeing naked women.
Yes.
Like, those girls' tits are out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. He's going to do his famous hourglass trick, where they just fill up an hourglass and then he's in it.
A skeleton hourglass, and he just busts out of it, just like you busted all over those girls in Amsterdam.
Yep. And then he's going to do his famous sword trick, which is not famous because it's the first time he's ever done it.
This is a brand new trick, and she even tells Damore, you've not seen anything yet because you need to see this trick.
Yeah. And it's mainly just him getting swords dropped into his body.
This is a trick that's crazy because his manager's getting stabbed 100 times.
Yeah. So I saw this movie as a kid.
Did you?
I don't remember anything from this movie, but I always remembered this scene. And it's one of those things, like, when you're a kid, you watch something, but you don't remember what it was.
But you did jerk off to it?
No, but you remember, like, the scene. So I had spent so much time looking up, like, what fucking movie this was, until eventually I found it and then recommended we do it for the podcast.
So
And then you decided to jerk
Yes.
off to it.
I did not. So yes, this was my idea because mainly we're reviewing this movie because of this scene and its impact it had on me as a kid.
I mean, I'll give you, it was a fucking great movie. I really enjoyed watching
Me
it.
too.
Do you know what did that to me as a kid?
What?
Ivan Ooze from Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's fair.
He is a nightmare.
That
So
shit fucked me up.
Can we agree that this man looks super dead?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's part of the
knows, though.
illusion, Brian. The
I understand it because this
illusion.
man is not even an illusionist. This man is just a straight magician. This man's got that pure magic.
It's true. That is true. They do go through the difference between magic and illusion.
Yeah, that'll come later on. So he's gonna go downstairs and investigate like what's going on, and of course Baraka and fucking Butterfield are down there.
Yes.
Yo, what is the deal with Baraka? This man just looks like a fucking junkie.
Yeah, Baraka's super weird. I thought he was going to also play a bigger part into this, but he gets murdered down here
He gets murdered right here.
because he gets impaled through one of the pipes and it kills him.
They fucking hit Damore in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Butterfield like gets fucking rocked by Damore.
And then he scampers off.
He's this crazy guy, and he always scampers. He is getting shot by Baraka, who I don't even know why he has a gun. He's fucking like so strong and ripped and cut out of his mind. But Damore's got this fucking savviness to him. He hits a button and or this pulley system that it impales him on this object. This
Yes.
crazy prop that impales him, and he's like. Rah, rah, rah.
It's exactly how that sounded. That was very well done.
He makes weird sounds. Let's be honest. This is not a human being.
No. This
How do you
is
get teeth like that? Is he sharpening them himself?
You have to sharpen them. Everyone knows that, Mike.
Must be unpleasant.
So then he has to talk to the cops. Are you leaving LA? No, thank you. I'm going to stay here because I need to dig in a little deeper.
Like literally go deeper.
Yes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
He needs to
think-
talk to Famke Janssen. She's like, I'm going to be Jean Grey in 5 years.
I think this is also when she kind of explains to him, right, the backstory of like how her and Swan met, right? Like that she was a kid that was rescued and
Yep.
all that.
Yep. And then he's going to go to the Magic Castle with all of the illusionists.
Vivictus or whatever his name is. Vinovich is his name.
Rob Ninkovich, the linebacker from the Patriots.
No, that guy's name actually is Vinovich.
I know.
Oh, okay.
He sounds like he's really like high level basketball player.
Yep.
Vinovich?
Yeah.
He's a little cocky. He basically says like, "Hey, like this is all fake. This is all bullshit." And he goes like, "What about fucking the death of Swan?" And he goes, "Swan was all about the evil." And he's like, "You're a journalist." And he's like, "No, I'm not a journalist." He's like, "No one talk to this man ever again, or I'm gonna cut your hands off."
That does happen.
Then you have Billy who becomes a quick friend of fucking
quick
Scott
bro.
Bakula.
Yeah,
You
he
made a quick
instantly
bro.
becomes friends with him.
Yeah, he
and they
like-
start doing a little investigative work. Don't they go and like search for some journals or something like that?
At late night, they actually break into this place. They break into the Magic Castle.
Yes. And they have to get the journals through the booby trap.
Booby.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. Cool stuff.
It is.
Gotta get into the repository.
He's wearing a tank top, super oiled up.
But this is interesting because, then they see this weird creature and they realize it's just a fucking projection. Who set the projection? Who the fuck knows? But they do get these weird files, and there's like a trap that he has to break. And he makes fucking Billy Who get the files, and the files show these creepy drawings. Shane,
And that's when he goes back, right, to confront the butler that
Valentine.
Swan's not dead, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "Trust me, he's not dead." And he fucking like rips Swan's jaw off just to show it's fake.
Yeah, it's crazy. She's crying. She's like, he's super dead. Why'd you come back? He knows he's dead. I actually don't know how he makes this leap, to be honest.
I think he just figures that he was pretending to be dead to hide from Nyx. I think that's why he put them together, because if Swan was actually dead, Nyx would have regained his power, I think is the idea.
I mean, also the fact that Valentine came into his office in the middle of the night and was like, "Here's $30,000 to go home."
Yeah,
just go home.
Just stop. Feel like
He's
I'm
like, "Oh,
watching Saltburn."
that's odd.
He can't be bought off though.
He can't be bought up.
No, well, because he has a nose for crime, and he's gonna solve this case.
He does.
Crime penetration. That's
Crime.
Too many people have died. He also has a thing for Dorothea. It's very obvious.
Yeah. Well, did they kiss at this point yet? I think they did, right?
Did they fuck?
Or do they
yet?
kiss after?
I think they fuck after.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck after.
Now, has he already gone to visit the other girl that worked with Swan at this point? I think he did, right? They talk to that girl at the insane asylum.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That was Desiree. What the fuck was her name?
Was it Desiree?
I'll look it up real quick.
Deserita, Derecita, something like that.
Esposito.
At the mental institution.
Yeah.
And she's so good. She's so good to let him know, hey, she brings up Nyx. She's like, "Oh my god, Nyx is coming alive," and then she's really good at jumping in front of cars.
Yes. So she jumps in front of a car and dies. So she's killed off right away.
Desposito.
Yep. See, gone. So now we could cut all the way back to where we were, and they're gonna figure out.
This is where a lot of
where Swan is.
Yeah, this is a lot of information here. You're gonna get everything here pretty much.
Yeah. You learn all about Nyx, the cult, how he thinks he could like do all these like magical things, and he has all the followers that believe he's pretty much Jesus, even though we're gonna learn Swan just wants to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Next.
And
Yeah,
Nyx wants to kill everything, wants to come back, and that Swan's magic is legit. It's not illusions. He actually is the understudy of Nyx.
Yes.
And his magic is legit. He really does levitate. So those people were saying that. He also has this dragon ability. You'll find out later on where he can just breathe fire. That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's all part of the magic.
Yeah, and you can see Famke nipples. Like her nipples are like
She's clearly not wearing
those
a bra.
are Jansen nips.
Yeah, they're piercing through the shirt.
And you love it. You would bite those suckers off. Those little Hershey Kiss nips, you'd bite them off.
Shane loves Hershey Kiss. He always did.
That.
Shane is also like
loves
he legitimately is just like this lust dragon.
Shane likes when they're like so long that they look like baby toes.
Yeah, he'll suck those things like cucumbers.
Suck it and bite them right off.
Yeah, Shane's a biter. He loves to suck nipples. He loves all of it. Shane's just a sex addict.
Yeah.
He's like Urban Magic Johnson, but fucking white.
And he can't beat the HIV with
money.
No,
Isn't it money? Isn't that?
he beats it with his fists.
Yeah. He boxed HIV.
I thought he beat it with money.
No, he just kept having more sex and then just eventually
He sexed it off him.
That's how that works.
That's Irvin for you.
Well, let's talk about the return of Buttersfield because he's gonna
Hold on.
This is where we need a passion bomb. Like this scene is insane.
Okay, that's fair.
It could have been better though.
Passion bomb.
You wanted full pen.
Passion bomb.
Valentine is just like, you can't have sex with this girl, and he's like, not only am I not gonna have sex with her, I'm literally gonna destroy her pussy.
Ridiculous. I wanted to see Femke's like her butthole. That's what I wanted.
You don't see Famke's butthole, unfortunately.
That's a shame.
I would love to see. What about Scott Bakula's butthole?
Yeah, I'd take that too. Or like how low his balls dangle.
So there's a noise. There's a noise in the place, and what are they gonna see? They're gonna see a weird fucking illusion. This is like the only part of the movie I actually have no idea what the fuck's going on.
So I was watching this and I was like, this is goofy.
The effect. Obviously, it's 1995, but man,
But not like goofy like the dog. Goofy?
It's the dog.
Goofy as in like this shit just looks poor.
let's just like not be in the movie.
Yeah.
yeah, they shouldn't.
They
So
could've
is
let
this like a
out.
weird like telepathic Nyx thing
I don't know.
from the grave?
I like his body though.
He's got a good body, but like I don't understand. Like this is some weird fucking like Shane. What was it? Wishmaster, that horrible.
Oh my god, where he kills Kane Hodder.
That was the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
This is like runner
This
up.
is runner up to worst
He
CGI
starts
ever.
shooting fire. He's not gonna do anything.
I just don't understand what this proves or does.
Yo, he's got a back tat.
Yeah, that tattoo sucks though.
I missed that on first watch. I didn't notice. You think Femke has any tats?
I don't know. You have to ask her.
Like on the inside of her butthole or something?
Whoa.
You could tell we're 4 deep. No, like literally me and Bri are 4 deep on the
we
couch.
really are. I mean, you could just see it.
Like you
We're-
could just fucking I'm talking about buttholes, dude. Like not even like the tight kind either.
Yeah, it's kind of sick. Yeah. So this CGI thing eventually just floats away.
This shit's crazy. This scene's
Explain this
crazy.
gateway computer graphics that happens in this movie.
What
Shane.
is this tattoo? What does it mean?
I have no idea.
Can you ask him?
No, I don't. I don't know how to get into.
Call
like,
Scott and like figure this
Matt,
out.
do a fact check on Scott's tattoo. This butler, he's gay. He's a gay butler.
Valentine.
Yeah.
He's like, let me rip off this jaw, and they realize that Swan is like not really fucking dead. It's an imposter.
Tell you what, that's some good mannequin work.
It's
So
great.
let's have a couple of drinks and talk about how much of an imposter he is. That he rigged the illusion, that he's fake, that he's really alive. And he keeps telling him, why are you keep investigating this? You belong in New York. They have a fake funeral with a fake body. The whole thing is fake.
Yeah, they're trying to sell it that Nyx actually thinks that Swan is dead. So this will all stop. But it's not going to stop because the butler is going to get abducted by Buttersfield.
Yeah. Well, at the funeral, fucking Scott Bakula actually observes Swan. He follows
Watching
him
the
in.
funeral, right?
They talk about it. He's fucking like trying to like telekinesis drop something on him. It doesn't work. They talk. But yeah, you're right. So essentially, Buttersfield is gonna basically invade their house, take him, fucking cut his gums open with a scalpel.
Yes, he
His
makes.
eyebrows were still kind of blonde though.
Yeah.
Maybe he never got over that phase.
No, he's still in that phase. He makes the butler take him to where Nix is buried. He unburies Nix. Femke and
So this shit's
Bakula
sick.
find the butler dead, and then Swan and the two of them go to where the original compound was, and that's where we see all the cult members back cutting each other's hair off.
Can we talk about the fucking alopecia cult members that all of a sudden just start cutting each other's hairs
Yeah,
off?
it's very strange. I don't understand what the significance of that was.
I'm surprised Will Smith's wife isn't in there.
They so obviously have bald caps. Like, it's fucking wild. I don't understand. I agree with you. I don't understand why they were doing that.
To
They
show
just
their
look-
devotion, they're like, we'll cut our hair off for you.
They look foolish.
They do.
Speaking of foolish,
Why would Nix be into
it's
that?
Bakula, Swan, and they
Dorothea.
fucking see they go to the same fucking hole where Nix was buried. They see a dead, like pretty much an almost dead Valentine in that hole.
Yeah.
But I know the whole thing was like Butterfield kind of eventually dug far enough to see Nix's arm. He kissed his arm and they took his body as well as Dorothea. And they brought it back to the compound.
Yeah. Which, I don't know why they brought her here. It seems like a dangerous thing to do.
I think it brought her because like that was like the one that killed him, so he wants to get like some kind of like final revenge on her. Like, I agree with you, it's like weird. Like, that was the target of like how he tried to lure Swan, and now like he needs to she's a part of this ritual. The ritual is never like, to be honest, it's not fleshed out.
No.
It's just like they grab him and like all of a sudden they bring him back to the compound. And he starts getting feeling back in all of his limbs, color back.
Yes.
And he comes back to life. And like how, why, it's never really.
Yeah, it's not mentioned. He then like turns on all of his followers.
He immediately turns on Buttersfield right away.
Yeah, beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And then Buttersfield
Yeah,
eventually,
good.
he doesn't die either because he gets his face burned. And then it gets electrocuted.
Well,
and then
he literally like Swan breathes fire into his fucking face.
yes.
Like
Good.
when they invade the compound.
Butterfield's a pussy. Good.
It's so crazy because he talks about like how like like all of his followers who were devoted to him were so like waiting. He called them lambs, and all of a sudden just did his best impression of getting them stuck like in cement.
Yes. He literally just it rains on them and then it cements on them and then they're just eaten by the ground.
He's like, guys, check out my best levitation impression. He's like, I can levitate, but I'm going to show you. So he picks Dorothea up and he just levitates above the ground as the ground just deteriorates, and they all become cemented into the ground.
What do you think about his makeup here? I thought it
I
was
actually
pretty
really like
good.
it.
Yeah, he's got like this little third eye going.
Yeah, and like pus.
I love because that was the bullet where he shot
Yeah.
him, and it was like it's like a vagina forehead.
Yeah.
It's like an asshole.
So,
A really tight.
yeah.
Do you know what I love? When he put everybody in the ground, and his followers were like, wait, actually, you're a piece of shit. And they started like giving him the middle finger.
Yeah.
So funny.
They're like, fuck you, man.
So yeah, you got more bad CGI here, and then my favorite part is when Nix becomes this like super fucking emo dude.
Yeah.
Just starts like spewing lines from like Hawthorne Heights. He's like, the grave is bad, but living's worse.
Yo, Nix's lines are so
Yo,
great.
He spits some crazy
I
shit.
love how he gets like the hand eyes, where like the hands come out of the eyes. Like it just starts getting wild. Nix is fucking great.
Because he starts like getting these tumors all over his body. That's how he's going to
Yeah.
infect the world. But instead, he gets shot in the head and then thrown down a hole.
Yeah, it's literally true. He just gets tossed on the hole.
But the hole goes to the center of the earth.
Yeah.
So he falls into lava.
I mean, it's Journey to Center Road, Brendan Fraser.
And he just burns. But then that causes a giant kind of like fire explosion to come up from out of the hole, which melts Swan of his flesh.
Yeah.
Well, before that happens too, like he fucking wrecked Swan.
Yeah, true. Swan was
He-
already dead, I think.
Like he's like a paralyzed person. Like he like rips apart him from the inside. But yeah, you're right. Like when that happens, Swan's gets ripped apart.
And then Famke and Scott Bakula escape into the desert.
I'm going to say something that's kind of crazy. Flesh is a trap. It's all flesh. He's telling
Flesh
it's all
is
flesh.
a trap. I've been saying it for years.
But you're right. That's the end. But like, what I actually, my takeaway from this movie is that like, I hate to link this to True Detective, but I'm going to in a weird way.
I fucking love where you're going.
Yeah. So like, it's almost like Scott Bakula's character, who seems kind of irrelevant as this occultist, but had like this occultist past with this exorcist who has even equated he's got a darkness to him. He was throughout this movie like Nix is almost like plaguing his mind, and it kind of reminded me of True Detective when the Yellow King was like, it's almost like Matthew McConaughey's character, he called him Little Priest, had to come. Like he was the one that had to come and take the Yellow King. It was like destined to be that way.
Right.
I feel like Scott Bakula's character was the same way. Like he had to be destined to be a part of taking him out.
The difference is like the Yellow King is not childress.
Yes.
Like the Yellow King is just something they worship.
True.
It's not like a.
Yeah. Well, Errol Childress.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
But no, I like what you. Yeah, you're right though.
You never really even know in that show like what the Yellow King is. It's more or less just a worship deity than like.
Right.
Well, I know what the Yellow King is.
Oh, it's Mike Benanti.
I was gonna say this, Mike. I've been sitting next to the Yellow King the whole time.
Oh my god.
Have you been to Carcosa?
Kind of thought
I've seen Carcosa.
You want to come?
No, Carcosa is terrifying.
You want to have a good time in there?
No, God no. So, I'm gonna give this movie a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed it.
This will break our streak, Shane.
Well, we already broke our streak.
No, like me and
you.
Streak.
True. Yeah, I'm giving it a 7. I mean, honestly, I really enjoyed it. It's not like the greatest because like some of it is a little confusing, but like overall, it's an interesting story that I was like entertained by and interested to see where it was going to go. Some of the CGI definitely does not hold up, but this movie did come out in 1995. So, like, CGI wasn't exactly the greatest back then. Yeah, I don't know, though. I actually really liked it. I enjoyed the villain. I really like Nix. I like Swan. I like Famke and Scott Bakula. I thought everyone did their job well. Even Buttersfield was kind of like a decent, like, side bad guy. I enjoyed it. 7 out of 10.
Slightly lower for me. 6. That breaks our streak. That's unfortunate.
It does.
Yeah, so the CGI really threw me off. Some real goofy shit here. But yeah, it was good. Nix is, I thought he was, especially at the end where he becomes emo Nix. He's like, I was born to fucking murder the world. That was cool. Swan was a good character. I like illusion movies. I like magic movies. I'd say this middle of the pack in terms of those. Like it ain't no fucking Christian Bale vehicle. But yeah, certain things I couldn't. There's a little too much going on.
Yeah.
But certain things I couldn't, like the CGI threw me off. Not bad, not great. 6.
I also have it as a 6. I did enjoy the movie. I just think that there's like some really strong plot gaps I couldn't really understand. I think I mentioned him earlier. Like I still don't understand why Famke Janssen technically hired him. Like I don't know I still don't fully grasp that. I also don't understand what was the ritual that actually brought him back to life. Like, was it just the alopecia people?
Like, did he need that hair?
Like
I think it was a hair ritual.
I don't, but like they took him out of the grave and like he just came back to life. Like,
was it just like taking the fucking iron mask off?
So like, yeah, I don't know. Like I had trouble understanding a little bit of like the in between, but the thing is like it was actually really, it flew like together well. It was really cohesive and I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't understand some of it, but I did enjoy the movie. It was fun and honestly super fucking gay. So
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It's unbelievably gay. I like the little like detective, like he's this cool suave detective and he gets all the ladies and he fucking bangs a married woman.
Well, what I would say is, like, after a while, I'm like, why is this guy even involved? Like, does Scott Bakula even need to be in this movie to make it a movie? And then I realized, I think it's his past with the whole occult thing,
Right.
that he was getting lured this whole time in a way. Even though he's like, who are you at the end of the movie? It's like, oh, he's like, you have this past, and it's almost like you are this guy that's going to be the one to take me out. I don't
He's
know.
literally Rustin Cole.
It kind of reminded me of that in a way.
Yeah, it does. It's actually a really good comparison between the two.
Yeah, so that's why it's like he's this guy that's going to exorcise this demon because he has such a traumatic past. He deals with the occult, and he's like that in between, like of logic and also magic that could be the undoing of him. Even though it's Famke Janssen that has the power of the magic bullet shot.
Yeah, she's such a good shot.
Like she literally shoots the gun perfectly into the perfect shot she had when she was 12.
Yeah, no, she's literally the greatest sharpshooter of all time.
How do you feel like when Nix came back and his pussy face head was just like manipulating everybody? It was fucking
It was
nuts.
kind of awesome. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
You want to put your dick in it?
I did not.
Okay,
You wouldn't
Definitely
fuck his third eye.
No.
cool.
But Nyx is going to be not my choice.
Oh. Who's that weird freak teeth guy?
Dragon guy? Baraka?
Yeah, Barack. I'll put Barack as my.
He gets stabbed and like the blood sand that comes out of him.
Sand. I don't know, though. Nyx is a pretty cool death. But so is friggin' Quaid.
Quaid's a pretty brutal death.
But I'll go with Nyx. I'll say Nyx.
Can I go with the
Swan? No,
the fake swan?
the fake swan.
You can only go with real Swan.
So no prosthetic swan. No. Okay.
I thought you were going with... You said you were going with someone.
You can sign me up for Nix.
Sign
He
him
gets the fiery death.
Doesn't matter who you say now. Because you did say someone already.
I mean, I just can't.
Oh, yeah, you said Baraka.
I
Is
just
that the
can't.
sharp teeth guy?
Yeah.
I can't think of a
Yeah, I'll
world
put
where
him in.
I just can't think where it's not Nix. Like, I don't know what else it would be.
Yeah, I agree. So here we go. Let's do it.
Matt, press that
Nyx.
button. That's the wrong one, Brian.
Nyx.
4 deep. 4 deep.
You were a cult leader. Not the best cult leader. I've seen better
He's
cult
a
leaders.
tremendous cult leader.
Yeah, but I've seen better cult leaders.
He needed hair.
Have you seen The Sect?
You know what's crazy? 90s movies, how do we not choose this over the fucking sect?
I know.
Is that short for a section?
No. Actually, I don't know. It might be.
It's no.
It's not.
It's a no.
It's,
It's the sect.
It's a no.
The sect
It's
is
sect,
a
yeah.
religious.
Like insect?
Okay. Nyx. You're a better cult leader than Mike could ever be. You're a better cult leader than Jared Leto wants to be. And for that, I mean,
Allegedly.
really, you have also the best vagina head we've ever seen.
Probably ever.
Yeah, so for that, those are really the only reasons we need to put you in our Necronomicon. So just, you're welcome, dude.
And as he said, the grave's lonely, but living's worse.
Worse, just cut his wrist and black his eye.
I used that line. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
It really
is that
is.
going to go on forever?
No, Brian just hit the button. We don't have a producer.
Yeah, that was my cue for Brian to get up and press that again.
We lost producer. All right, that's it. That's the first episode of August. I hope you all enjoyed. Next week, you guys want to have some fun?
Vicious fun.
Like the band?
No, like the vicious fun.
Tonight, we are young.
We're having vicious fun.
We could burn
People,
then the sun.
vicious fun. Okay, yeah. So we're doing vicious fun next week. I've never seen it, but Brian has said good things about it. So
That's the name of my 42nd book, Serial Killer Social Group.
with that said, we are the final podcast.
Get your
signing
hand off of
and
my
we will
shoulder.
see you next week, where we go to a self-help group and hope Mike G doesn't kill everyone in there.
Shane beats women to death.